morning, welcome back to Argentina. This is the beautiful town of Cafayate, where we've spent a very pleasant couple of days, couple of nights, and now we're heading back out again into the countryside onto Ruta 40. So this is a lovely square where we had dinner a couple of nights ago, and we're just going to go out of town early morning, 20 past 9. Very pleasant 27 degrees. Onto the famous Ruta 40. I just thought I'd give you a flavour of this lovely little town's museum of wines just there on the right. Quirky little buildings. Road signs, travellers stickers all over the place, and then beautiful little vineyard here. So we're in the high altitude wine region, a lot of really good wines in the region. We had a couple of bottles of those yesterday afternoon whilst enjoying an asado with the group. Once again, scenery is just beautiful. We got a nice day's ride ahead of us today, 221 miles to the town of Catamarca, down the Tafi de Valle. So it's just going to be an epic, another fantastic day on the road. Look at this, vineyards and cacti, marvellous, mountains. Okay, so I will switch the camera off and then I'll put it back on a bit later on, so you can enjoy the day's ride with me. Looking forward to this one. Okay, welcome back to the journey between Cafayate and Catamarca. We've just started what's known as the Tafi del Valle. I don't think that's anything to do with the Welsh influence, because there were quite a few Welsh settlements in Argentina. But anyway, it's a valley road that goes up to the mountains, but as you can tell already, the landscape has changed since we left Cafayate. No more lush green vineyards at the side of the road. We've now got these sort of sparse trees, a little bit more desert-like. The road surface has changed to one that's a lot more broken up. It's not as smooth, but it's still a beautiful day. We're heading towards those mountains up ahead. Just cruising along. Passing through these little villages. There you go, Tafi del Valle. Oh, that's the museum. That's Dickie and Steve's bikes, so they're obviously visiting the museum here. No need for me to stop for that. Old Renault. See, the buildings are a little bit more plush than they were in Peru, or some of them are. but it's a lot cleaner. Alright, there's dust everywhere, but there's no rubbish. The Argentines seem to take a little bit greater care of their environment than the Peruvians do. Still get these little motorcycles and scooters being used as local transport. And why not? They're perfectly suited to the environment conditions. Okay, we're going up into the mountains, so join me a little later on. Welcome back to the Tafi del Valle road, which it's about to get even better. I was just putting the camera on because the road is so cut up and bumpy that it's worse than a dirt road. It was just completely bouncing me around all over the place, and I thought it was quite amusing. Here we go. There you go. You see, it's just, you complain about road surfaces in the UK. This one really takes the biscuit. I've ridden on smoother dirt roads than this. It's just bouncing the bike all over the place. Fortunately, the Triumph has an off-road mode, because otherwise in road mode this thing would be bouncing all over the place trying to find grip, traction control kicking in. I've talked about that many times before. It's the thing I dislike most about this bike. The rest of the bike is fine, but the traction control is bloody awful. Anyway, here we are up in the mountain now that you can see, sort of wending our way around it. Only been a short distance since we left Cafayate. We've only done 50 miles so far today. But the pace has slowed dramatically because of the condition of the road. We've got sand either side of it as well. But once again, the view's opening up as we get up into the mountains. A lot of dust up ahead. Not quite sure what's going on over there. Maybe some sort of quarry, perhaps. But this road surface is just hilarious. It reminds me of those machines that you used to get for weight loss in the 70s. You know, the one with the belt. Used to vibrate your fat to try and relieve it. Well, if that was the case, by the time I finish today's ride, I'll be as skinny as I was when I was 20. If you believe that, you believe anything. Anyway, we're climbing quite steady. You can probably see the bike juddering as it's trying to find traction. The road really is that bad. Well, good fun though. Especially when you're surrounded by views like these. Anyway, I'll leave my torture and switch the camera on a little later. Okay, welcome back to the Tafi del Valle. We've just crossed the summit, but and the landscape's changed again. I know this really could be Scotland or the high end of the Yorkshire Dales or something like that. It's just so familiar in terms of the landscape, the moody clouds. But it's not. It's Argentina. And we're heading down off the mountain, where hopefully it'll get a little bit warmer. So it's dropped temperature wise down to 13.5 degrees. But it's just bizarre. The landscape is just so familiar to me. It's so much like home. Just got to remember not to ride on the left-hand side of the road then. Okay. I thought you might like a quick snippet of that, but we'll keep it short. I'm going to head to where the sun is. Okay, welcome back. We've just left Tafi del Valle. And now we're following this beautiful little river back up into the mountains a little bit on this sinuous road. So it's time to have a little bit of fun, whilst taking it steady, of course, because some of the bends come up a little bit sharp. Occasionally we get the odd pickup truck on our side of the road. But we're now lush green forest, a little river running down the valley. Moisture in the air. I hope it's not going to rain. Well, the road surface is wet here, so it must have been raining. It's dry at the moment. The clouds up ahead though, so maybe we need to stop and put the waterproofs on at some point, but not just yet. See these, look at this, just completely different, a contrast to the sort of desert-like hills that we were on before we dropped down into the valley. And now we've got this just wonderful road. Cows everywhere, got horses at the side of the road as well. But now we're following this river. Lovely twisty mountain roads. It does look like we're heading into some sort of inclement weather. Which will only be the second day on the trip that we've had to put the waterproofs on. I hope this gives you a flavour of the nature of these trips, where the roads just change, scenery changes, all in the course of a day. You know, you get absolutely everything. It's just fantastic. I mean, look at this. Another cow at the side of the road. Sitting down. Now, wasn't it say that when the cows are lying down it's going to rain? Let's hope not. Starting to get a few spots on my visor now, so maybe it is. Cars coming the other way don't have the windscreen wipers on yet though, so that's always one of the things I look for when I'm thinking I'm approaching rain. It's are the vehicles coming the other way, still dealing with the after effects of the rain, but nothing much so far. Just don't get roads like this in the UK, do you? Twists and turns. Just incredible. Okay, that's enough. I'll switch the camera off again.